Hello, and welcome. My name is Derek. I sell physical media on eBay, and I make videos about that. This is a sourcing video. Alright, stop the music. I'm not going to make this one too long. So I went up to, where freaking go? The VOA, their last Tuesday of the month sale, 50% off. Only got a few things there. And Savers, so start off at Savers. I guess it's going to be this cool one right here. Blood and Crips. Banging on wax. There are a whole bunch of old hip hop and rap and stuff like that at Savers. There's a few other good ones in here, so we'll get to that. I'm going to start off, bring it. This one comes up as 45, brand new 130, brand new 136. So it's not a whole lot, just under scan. And go to solds. 5 was sold. A sweater for some reason. For 50, 55, 60, and $100. It's very good. If I were to put that on the resurfacer, it probably wouldn't be much of a big difference. So maybe $100. And they raised the prices, not only on CDs maybe a month ago, but DVDs are now $4. So I have to limit extremely what I get there. But that doesn't, it's still, if it's $25, $30, and if it sells pretty well, I'm just basically scaling that ratio up a little. I'm not going to be buying a whole bunch of stuff that sells for $15 because they're not $2. They're $4 now. Which means that I'll buy less of that stuff from there, which means I will just in general have less of that stuff. All right, Team Quake, or Quake Team Arena. I think this was like $15. So this would have been half off, right? So $1, $15 average. There's 9 that are listed. And so this is just the stuff. This is a PC game. And no, I know they sold. Maybe I just grabbed it because I know they do sell eventually. But let's just say $10. Another used Type 2 cassette. Type it or toss in with the others. This X-Men is just a VHS. So I can look at the artwork. I don't know much about any of the comic book stuff. But I can look at the artwork and see that's relatively older and right at that point. So this is 2000. They come up scan like $12. If it sells, I mean, it's going to be $10, $12. Not a whole lot. It is $1. It is a franchise something. It's an older VHS. You know, those little things I look at. Like, yeah, I'll spend that $1 for something like that. Right in here, Redman. Dare is a dark road. Dare, okay, Dare. Well, I guess if it's Dare, that's about $20. So these are $3. At that, $3, and after the $20 sale, and I'm still making about $10 on it. If it was 4, and if they sell for 15 regularly, no, usually not. Usually not. So right here's about $20. This is Lords of the Underground. Some Eazy-E. Oh, there's Tone Loc and Coolio and Run DMC, and they had all kinds of stuff there. So I just make a stack and start scanning. These are the ones that were worthwhile. This one's about $20. This Eazy-E. It's on, I can't really read it. This is MC Ren. Shock of the Hour. Dog bow tie. There we go. $25. And so I just sold an Elvis VHS for $44. You'll see that in the morning. So that's about $30. 7 have sold. I mean, basically 20 and then 25, and then it goes to around about 30. So 30 bucks. The dock or the DOC. So this is a BMG, right? So I already had plenty of other things, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's rap hip hop. I don't know. A lot of rap hip hop does well in general, period. So it comes up doc, no one can do it better. That's what this is. And it automatically wants to populate for vinyl records. So what I'll do, I will just allow it to go into vinyl records and I'll come back and I'll just put it in CDs. There's one for 30 and another one for 105. That's a big enough difference, even at whatever the price is, 30. Yeah, that's enough for me to buy it. 7 have sold for 15, 15. And then we get into the 20s, 20. So let's see. Let's see if it comes up on anything better. Through Terapeak and CDs. Well, 30 bucks. That's about it. So it's going to be the ones that are listed for 30, 35, 35. So it's 30 bucks. $30, $35. These ones I got, yeah, savers as well. These ones aren't anything spectacular. I think it was just enough. It was weird enough and good enough to where that's $22, $23. You know, it's like, oh, Derek, you didn't hit sold. Yeah, I get them because they stand a really, and there's only one listed. This one is 35 bucks listed. Go down here. I don't think this one came up on sold. It does. All right. So they can reach 35 to even 50 bucks used. That is a Blind Guardian. This is called Preparing for War by Dark Throne. About 16, 20 bucks. All right, so down at the, these are the only, maybe a couple others were from VOA. So this is a Lotus CD-ROM. They actually had a big book, a binder book that was like the instruction manual and stuff. And then this was completely separate. So for $1, figured I'd take a chance. And then we were in line, so I looked it up. And Lotus 123, just the ROM, it's like 15 bucks. So works for me. And they don't sell it really fast, but pay $1 for eventually something 15, if not more later on. It's not like they're making more of them to where the price is going to come down. Run. Sarah, run. And go to War, WORBOYS. All right, so I saw that there are 2 listed. There's one right here, first print, Ace 1982. This is an Ace. I believe it is a first print from 1982. You see, there's only 2 listings that come up. And I'm not quite sure what this picture is. But the one I have is this one that's $15. 15 is enough, but there's only 2 listed. I want to make sure that they do sell. And I hit sold. And 2 sell for 25 bucks and about 25 bucks. So 2 have sold, typing it in for $25, that exact one. There's another one that's listed for what, $15? That one will sell, and then the $25 one is the one that's left. Thinking. Sharing recovery through Gamblers Anonymous. Wouldn't really have thought sharing gambling anonymous. Couple results. $15 is currently roughly listed. One is sold, 15 bucks. $1, well, less than $2 because I used a 20% off coupon. So $15 book, one sells. They don't sell a whole lot, but there's that. And then there's Baba Black Sheep. So I sold one. Um, actually, I sold one, or I think that John at Small Town sold one, and then I had just found one the same day he sold. Well, when his video posted, and then the one I had was signed, and I got like $80 or something, which have you. But it was a signed hardcover with dust jacket, and this is a library bind. This harder, this much better, actually. So either way, so I saw it. I'm like, you know what? I sold these before. Let me just go ahead and scan it. And one comes up for 20, then they go to 35 onward. 35 to 40, $50. Sold. Hey, I know they sell because I looked it up. I don't know why I did that. Well, it sells either way. But so that is the sourcing wasn't really a whole lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 things for $40 maybe. Because I got a couple other things that are all on the receipt, and I already put the receipts away. So it's not too bad. Those 15 things is $400, give or take. So it's not too bad for just going to 2 stores, the 2 more local stores right down the road. So that wraps that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. I mean, there's nothing like really high, and it's just kind of a little tidbit of everything, but more like computer stuff. You know, no barcode. This is going to be, is this the install? It's release 5. It's an install. And it's even CD-ROM edition. These install discs, or even disc manuals for not just the paper manual, but a disc manual for some peripheral, some old printer, or some old USB or serial or SCSI or some sort of old. A lot of people just toss that up. They're like, all I want is the install disc, and I'm always going to need that. I don't care about the manual. And so when people start building their vintage PC builds and stuff, or for whichever reason, I'm getting kind of specific, but the old PC stuff, it's out there. Everything you going up, comment down below, subscribe, share. Those are all free. They help me, help you, so we can keep helping each other. Thank you.